Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Sean.
And this is our project website, Syonan Years in Singapore, an Allied encounter of Japanese imperialism.
Well, welcome, gentlemen. Thank you very much for participating this year in National History Day, and it's been really fun to look at your project. I've already had a chance to go through it. So, as a judge, we're just going to ask you some questions so we can learn a little bit more about you and how you got this project off the ground. So, let's just kind of get started. Why did you choose this topic?
Well, we thought it was unique to our heritage because we live in Singapore and both me and Michael are interested in World War II.
Okay. And you probably have spent a long time, looking at different sources for your project. How did you go about researching this topic?
Well, we used books and websites, and we also we visited landmarks here in Singapore, and then we also interviewed people.
Going back to landmarks, we went to the Changi prison, and you went to the Ford factory, right?
Old Ford Factory,
Ford factory, yeah.
Okay. You mentioned some interviews?
Yeah, we interviewed a veteran's son named John Larkin, and he provided a lot of information to us about this topic.
And he also gave us 2 homemade videos that just made for us. So we're really grateful that he did that.
Were the interviews, was it about the grandfather or the father who was he a prisoner of war, or?
Yeah, he was captured by the Japanese in Malaya, and he was taken to Changi prison.
Oh, okay.
And then he went to the Thai-Burma Railway.
Wow.
And he survived all that, and he just died I think he died 10 years ago.
Wow.
And so his son kept the heritage going.
So you guys could have chosen any sort of category to present your work. You could have done a documentary, an exhibit, performance. Why did you choose website?
We decided to do website because we felt that a website could be like multimedia, and we can have pictures and videos and put on music and other things that other categories wouldn't be able to use.
And also we could work on it anywhere. So I could be working on it when I'm
on a vacation.
On a vacation somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's all digitalized. We're like, if we're doing a exhibit, you'd have to be there with your partner deciding on the things.
Okay. Michael, can you tell me a little bit about how you went about the process of constructing and designing the website?
So we decided to make just like a title page with our thesis right there as our introduction to, and then we'd have links to the background, the surrender, the occupation years, post-war and conclusion. Kind of went with a simple type of background with the picture up there and then just a white background.
You mentioned the picture a couple times there.
Yes.
Why this picture? Why is this one featured on your homepage?
Well, it's featured in all
of our pages.
All the pages. It's the guy with the Union Jack, that is Arthur Percival, and he's surrendering to the Japanese. He's walking to the old Ford factory to go surrender.
So we felt it was like an important image during this time period because, this is when they handed over the Japanese. That's when the Allies encountered the Japanese imperialism, and then they also exchanged the British colonial rule for Japanese imperialism, so we felt it also fit into the
category.
theme.
Oh, so yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about the theme? Was it a struggle? How did you find connections with the theme in your topic?
It was hard.
It was pretty hard, but
hard,
then we ended up discovering, with some help, we found the theme, and
So we found the theme, and we decided to do the encounter, exploration, and exchange in history. We thought that Singapore fit the.
So you didn't think it fit initially, but as you worked with it,
we were far in, and we still couldn't find the fit, but we decided that we could change. So, but then we kept researching, and then we ended up finding the theme.
Oh, you found the connections after a while. Okay, so tell me, why is this topic of the Syonan years in Singapore important? Why should other people care?
Because
it was an important piece in World War II, and it was an important piece to like make the Japanese Empire because like they wanted to get more territories and land to make their empire larger. And so this was a really important piece to them because there are a lot of natural resources here. So they also needed that because the U.S. cut off trading with them.
And then also going with this, when they were occupied, the POWs, and like in Germany, the prisoners of war, they were kind of treated more, they were treated better in Germany than they were here. Here the Japanese thought with the Bushido Code that they surrendered and they should not be treated well. So they gave them very harsh and cruel jobs like the Tiber Railway, which was...
Well, what did you guys, in the process of researching or working on the project in the process, what did you come across that you didn't know before? What was new to you?
Well,
we discovered the lining between the theme and our topic. We didn't really know about that before. And then we also just discovered a bolder thinking of this topic because before we didn't have much thinking, we didn't have much idea of this topic. But after doing this project, I felt like we now know a lot more about this topic.
Okay. And Michael, can you tell me a little bit about, if someone is to go to your website and look at that, what do you think is the most important thing that somebody take away from that experience?
That the Japanese were, that the Japanese, what was it? Go back.
Just give me a second here, sorry guys.
What was the fact already?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, the question is what can somebody take away from this? What do you want them to learn from this?
I want them to learn that in World War II, the Japanese, they are such a peace-loving nation, and how they came and did a lot of imperialism, and you can see there's on the other slides it talks about how the Japanese, they didn't want to go to war, but they had to because they wanted raw materials, and it talks, but the takeaway is that
a bolder thinking.
A bolder thinking.
About this topic.
Okay.
Okay.
Like some people think, well, it was not really a big part in World War II, but it actually really is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, can you tell me, if your project makes it to nationals in Washington, D.C., it's one of the top two, if it makes it that far, what would you do? What would you do to improve it now?
Well, I think we should, provide more information and, maybe, and then maybe make it, just making the information,
Go ahead.
increasing our information on our slides, because
That's.
yeah.
And then also going through and looking at it, adding more stuff, like that. You can make it a big list of thesis, but you can make some bigger paragraphs, add some more facts, and bibliography. It's done, but I think we can add some more and.
Okay. And my last question to you is, do you see any connections between sort of this time period and this incident and anything going on in the world today?
Connecting with kind of like this?
Yeah.
Well, I think this topic kind of connects with the Iranian hostages, hostages in Iran and Iraq and held by terrorist forces, because they're really brutal to Westerners hostages. They're really brutal, and so I think it kind of connects with that. Because they were brutalizing Allied soldiers, and now these like Middle Eastern countries are brutalizing Westerners.
You mean the terrorists?
Yeah.
Terrorists.
Yeah,
And also kind of North Korea. Well, North Korea, that's a reference. There's multiple different countries. But North Korea, it's a dictatorship. Well, Japan was kind of a dictatorship,
No,
not
it
really.
was more,
but-
more imperialism.
Imperialism, but he kind of Hideki Tojo. He wanted resources and he wanted to show the West that he was powerful. That's kind of like what Kim Jong Un wants to do. And they kill their own people too.
yeah.
But that's what they kind of, or no, they don't kill their own people, but they do kill their own people. But they hurt their people and they do kind of the brutality that the Japanese did to the Allied powers.
All right.
World War II.
The last thing is there anything else you'd like us judges to know as we sit down and to look at your project? Anything else you want to tell us?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think the videos, I think you'll learn some stuff. I think in every single whole background sort of single occupation, years post-war, and conclusion, you'll learn something.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. We really appreciate your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Well
Thank
done,
you.
sir. Thank you.